2005 Honda Civic, two-door stereo installation on how to get to the stereo. As you can see, it's an automatic, keep that in mind. And somebody already had put a aftermarket stereo in. So let's get to this. You want to be careful when you're using metal tools on any plastic for cosmetic damage reasons, scratches and etc. So this is how we're going to start. There's a trimming here. So this plastic is different than this plastic. Stick your screwdriver beneath and twist. Work your way up, twist, twist, twist. Please be careful as you twist so you do not scratch. You'll hear little clicks as you're popping it up. Doesn't mean you're breaking it. It just means the tab is coming out correctly. So please do not be afraid. A lot of that sound you heard was actually dirt. So here's the first piece that you're going to be removing. Remember, the way you had taken it off is how you're going to put it on. Meaning you cannot put it on upside down because simply there's a tab, female and the male. And they do not line up. And if you try to press this down upside down, you're going to break the tabs. And as you can see, there's a tab right there and a tab here. Important. Go ahead and put it to the side. Second, you're going to want to do, you'll notice this plastic here. You're going to get your screwdriver. You can lift up the emergency brake. Stick the screwdriver here. Gently twist until you hear a pop. Work your way down. Twist again until you hear a pop or until you feel it come loose. At that point, you do not need your screwdriver anymore. Besides, it just scratches and causes damages. You're going to want to go ahead and gently pull your plastic wherever you feel it's at its weakest part or where the tabs are coming undone. Remember, if it feels stubborn like this, you'll notice there was a crease right here in the plastic as I bend up. Do not pry that up. You'll only bust it. So work your way around, and since I know there's a tab here and here, it looks like I will be using my screwdriver here again. And I cannot get beneath it there. And I cannot, oh, I got partially, and I'm going to twist the screwdriver to pop it up. So now there's that plastic piece. And you know what's crazy? That same tab is giving me a problem here in the center. I'm going to see if I could grab it from the inside somehow. And it's not going to work. So the safest thing to do is get your flathead in there, twist, and as you walk it upwards. So twist, walk, twist, there it is. Boy, that was scary. Take it off, remove it, of course. Let's have a look at those tabs. So, wow, that's quite a few. I didn't expect that many. One in the corner, 2, 3, 4. 4 on each side. Let's have a look at what this looks like. So you can see where it was being stubborn. It was being stubborn at this one. Didn't want to pop out. It didn't break, but please be careful. So plastic, put it to the side. Next step is you'll note your cup holder. Keep in mind it's an automatic. There's the cup holder. You'll see at this whole thing, the cigarette lighter, this whole bottom trimming. Follow down with your finger to the edge. You'll see a tab. You could probably do it with your thumb. If not, get a flathead screwdriver again. And don't pry, but twist. There it is. Keep working your way down. And there it is. Let's do it on the opposite side, shall we? So now, time for the opposite side. And as always, your plastic is a wee bit stubborn. Walk it, remember, twist, go forward, twist. There it is. Twist. Looks like maybe there's another one up here. Yep, there is. Uh-oh, we got a situation. So before we could remove pretty much anything, looks like we got 2 screws. One here, 1 screw on this side. So I'm going to use my old faithful Makita. Love these tools. They really help out a lot when I need the job done. So that's 1 screw, and of course that's 2. So put your screws where you could find them. So place them, you know, definitely where you're going to find them. We're gonna pop the plastic with my hand. No, remove it. Do the opposite side. There it is. Now watch, look, as this looks stubborn, but it popped. Cool. Now remember, you do have a cigarette lighter, so the wires are connected. Do not yank, tug. If it feels like it's gonna break, and I mean the plastic, anything, stop tugging. Remove it to the side. You don't have to disconnect no wires. As you can see, that's the opening, and now here we are, the stereo. I bet you wanted to pop the tabs out along the plastic. That's how we're gonna do it. But you could pop all the tabs you want. You are not gonna get this removed, because there's something that a lot of people that do videos like this forget to mention or do not know and break things. There are 2 screws that are at the bottom of here where my fingers are at. But because there's an aftermarket stereo, I'm judging they only probably put 1 screw back. So let's have a look. And I am right. There is 1 screw right there I'm pointing at. There should be 2 of them, 1 here, 1 here. But it looks like there's just 1. And from looking at it, it's a Phillips, but it's also a hex. So, being that I know how to install this, I could already tell you that it's a 5/16 if you want to get technical and use a socket. And it is tough, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if the people who installed it actually left the screw slightly loose for me, or am I gonna have a hard time? Whoa, what do you know, it's loose. So let's have a look at that screw. Alright, so it looks like it's a hex, Phillips, and a 5/16 to get it out. The reflection makes it difficult to read. 5/16. So put your screws, everything where you can find them. Your tools on the left side. Remember, you are not going to be able to remove the plastic that holds the stereo if you do not remove the 2 screws from the bottom. There are normally 2 of them, but in this case, because somebody installed an aftermarket stereo, they put 1 in. Sometimes 2 screws too many. The next step, please be careful. Keep in mind, the dash can easily be damaged. So with the screwdriver, you can scratch, tear, or leave rough indentations in this material. So once again, be gentle with the screwdriver, a flathead. I'm gonna pop and be careful around. And once again, and I'm gently working my way across. Now, if you don't hear a click, go back the opposite direction and work your way up. Now I heard another click, another one, and I'm gonna come back around and I'm gonna pull. There it is. So my finger's beneath it. Now let's have a look. I'll stick my hand beneath the stereo and I'm able to pull. I want you to keep something in mind. This is very important. Also, the second important thing. Notice the plastic here is really thin. It's only this thin. The plastic in the middle is thicker. Of course, on the end, the opposite end is thinner. As thin as the other side. This can break very easy. So if you stick your fingers at the top and you pull it, you can snap it, crack the plastic, and of course cause damage to it. So do not yank on this plastic. You can break it. So stay on the side and bottom around. Now I'm going to attempt to pull. And wow, there's the stereo, all aftermarket, as you can see. Oh, I can see where the screws went in. Originally, one screw and the second screw. So how did they get the middle one in? Maybe I removed the wrong one. All right, 2005 Honda Civic. How to get to the stereo.